Chilling out a little bit, just chilling out. And also I think you get to the point where if people are telling you're doing something right, oh god, this is going to make me sound like a right wanker. But anyway, if people are telling you that you're doing something right every single day, eventually you stop feeling really uncomfortable about that and go, actually, thank you, that'll do. Yeah. That's all right, that'll do.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this new series of Breaking Bread. We are over the moon to be back.
Yeah, we're back, baby.
I'm Liam and that was Carl.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello. We told you we'd be back in January and that normally means we'll be back 3 months later, but here we are in January, so that's good.
Yep, we kept the promise.
We kept the promise. We care about you listeners.
We know you've missed us.
Yeah, definitely. I've missed doing it, mate. It was so good to get back recording again, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we've started with a bang this year.
Yeah. Like January's are normally a bit sleepy, and then you think about how rubbish last year was.
Wow, I've never eaten out so much.
Yeah. Some of the highlights.
Salt before Christmas. Our Christmas, we treat ourselves every year. We go for a fancy meal somewhere. And we said, fuck it, salt's the one this year, I think. And we went.
And try and tick somewhere off.
Yeah.
It just happens to be Michelin stars well every year, I think. But I don't know if that's we choose Michelin or.
I don't think we necessarily choose it, but it's usually like an expensive place. It's like a treat type meal, somewhere you'd go special.
And we've done all 5 Michelins in Birmingham.
Yeah, it's looks like branching out or going back.
Stratford, mate. Anywhere within half an hour of where we live is still Birmingham.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Stratford counts.
The salt's close, and the train from Birmingham to Stratford is nothing. So
yeah. It's like Lichfield as well. Like obviously Tom's up there. We'll definitely be classing Lichfield as Birmingham soon.
Well, the amount of people we spoke to about, so loads of people have been. So it's clearly a place people from Birmingham go to. So
yeah, very true.
It was fantastic, wasn't it?
So good, mate. So good. Lovely restaurant as well.
What Paul's got set up there is just crazy, and with Laura as the head chef now, and her cooking is crazy good.
That carrot, the hype is real. That carrot cooked in, is it beef fat?
Chicken fat.
Oh, I can forget chicken fat.
Chicken that was great.
That was so good.
My fish and chips dish, that was awesome. It's unusual. It's like a taster menu, but you get to pick a couple of the dishes here and there.
Yeah, that's a nice little thing as well.
Because if you don't fancy one, you can have the other, can't you? But yeah, it's worth the train journey out there.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Nice to meet Paul as well. It's not as horrific as the TripAdvisor reviews will let you believe.
I know. People don't believe TripAdvisor. It's, you know what, if you're going somewhere you don't know,
yeah,
it's worth having a look. But just think about the reviews. If someone's got one review and it's slagging a place off, then the person's usually a knob or owns a restaurant over the road or something like that.
I'll just get it and just jest because he's obviously famous for TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
Obviously the home of the Nightcap podcast as well. If you
Yeah.
listen to this and don't listen to that, you're insane. Go listen to that as well.
I'd be surprised if there's anyone that listens to this that doesn't.
Yeah, it's class. Got the book as well.
Yeah, you got
Paul Foster's book. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, mate.
Mrs. did that incognito really well.
She did not do well at that, did she?
That was a nice surprise. Liam, which book do you want?
No, that was class. The book was like stunning as well, mate. It's such a good read. Just to read it. I haven't cooked anything, obviously. I haven't cooked anything out of it in the last 10 books I've had. But
oh, mate. I'm obsessed. All I've done is buy cookbooks.
Did you say you had over 100?
You know what? I can't now. It's not 100. It's got to be 50 odd at least. I get about one a month at the moment. I like, you know what's good from going to the charity shops?
Yeah.
And just go through the charity shops. Then you pick up the half decent ones for like 50p and stuff.
I think it's Oxfam in King's Heath, or is it Acorns? One of the two in King's Heath. Brilliant for cookbooks, mate. King's Heath.
Yeah, there's one in Shirley one in particular that's quite good. I forget the name of it.
Acorns by Aldi.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Best one for cookbooks.
That's the best one for all books, in fairness. I always go there.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good books in there. But they have lots of cookbooks, which is great. It's just a shame about the records. Because Shirley's got an old population. All the old records. I mean, they're old records. Like, old shit.
Like wartime classics.
Yeah, like Fearling's greatest hits.
Yeah,
Like,
Fearling.
come on, how many fucking Cliff Richard albums I've seen? So I'm not planning on. I don't think I'm going to find many stars there, but
No. Where else have we been eating?
we've been a couple of times. Well, I've been a couple of times. I'm going again tomorrow. Baja at the Rainbow.
Oh yeah, Baja. I forgot about that. That was a good night out before Christmas. That was.
Yeah, they invited us along to try some of the stuff there. They were doing a bit of PR.
Yeah.
And they got Bab About Town helping them out with that now, and she's fantastic. So
Bab's social.
yeah, that's
So,
what she's down for.
Yeah, go follow them.
Busy for that. And yeah, food was fantastic. I've eaten there a couple of times anyway. As I said, I love their food. I just think they're so talented.
Mate, I think chicken wings and shit are shit. Not their chicken wings. I just think chicken wings in general are shit. And I know like that's sacrilege to you, but
Chicken wings are the best thing on the planet.
I just don't like them. I don't like the faff. I don't like the gristly bits that you accidentally eat. I just think it's just for the amount of chicken you get there. And like, however, that makes Baja chicken wings absolutely perfect for me.
Yeah, they just pop them straight in. They
No
taste.
bone.
You know what?
nothing.
But I am fussed about wings, and I love them, and I class them Baja wings as some of the best wings I've had. Like they're that good. They're that.
Oh mate, if you put them in front of me and told me they were just boneless wings, I'd be like, yeah, nice, very good.
Just tasty, really
yeah,
tasty.
really good. Yeah, the salmon and the salmon.
Burgers, mate. Everything's good there. I
Yeah.
don't know how they do it.
Love Baja.
Yeah, they're really on fire on all cylinders at that pub. So like, it's a nice pub as well. Since the Rainbow's
Yeah,
been
the
done up,
Rainbow,
it's
yeah.
done. They've done a great job of doing it up.
It's nice to have it open. Like it was always a bit of a sore on the Digbeth landscape. An old legend like the
Yeah, it
Rainbow
needed it.
closed. Yeah.
The people that did the pub up have done a great job as well.
Nice
It
people.
looks really nice. Just it's great. Go
Can't,
down there. Try
can't
it out.
recommend that enough.
Yeah, 100%.
Another place we recommend. Probably, do you know what? I probably recommend it nearly the most, and that's Isaac's.
I feel like we talk about it a lot, but we go there a lot.
I think it's because it's so like relaxed and so affordable and so approachable. It's just an easy all-rounder to recommend because, like, obviously, if you're asking me like my best restaurant, it's probably somewhere like that you'll only be able to go for birthdays and special occasions.
Yeah, if you said like O-theme, people would go, oh, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
Come on. So the next best sort of option, but still fancy, and food fucking phenomenal, is
Yeah.
Isaac's.
Great food, and then obviously, but it looks like it's a place you could go for a birthday if you want it because it's.
Oh mate, if
it
someone
looks
said
nice.
I want
like-
to take the old deer out for a 50th or whatever,
yeah,
they're like, yeah, go. I'll put the table there.
it's very versatile. It's good for first dates and stuff like that. This isn't an advert. I'm just thinking out loud.
But they've got a vegan menu on the menu. On the menu, they've got a vegan stuff on the menu at the moment.
Yeah,
as well.
veganuary specials. Not a massive fan of the whole veganuary thing, but I think if you
Whatever gets people eating more plant-based products, I think is a good idea.
I don't like it if it's just like an afterthought. Some of these big chains are like veganuary. They don't give a shit like about the
Nando's,
welfare,
You're like, come on, fuck off, Nando's.
but they don't care. Like
Shit.
11 months of the year, they could care less about the welfare of their animals. Now all of a sudden they're like
Yeah.
shouting veganuary. Like, come on, man.
But Isaac's put a lot of work in, haven't they?
I loved it.
I thought it was great. The hot dog was, well, it was as good as any hot dog. I've
That's
had.
as well
Yeah.
in keeping with the whole New York theme. Like the hot dog was banging.
Yeah, they've kept the food. So they've got mac and cheese.
That was nice, man. Vegan cheese is normally offensive, like, and I'm sorry if that is offensive, but
You know, it's not. Oh, you know me. I fuck vegan cheese. Like, I'll eat everything vegan, but they have not got cheese right yet.
no. But that mac and cheese was good, very good. I like the
It was
bits of
nice.
squash in
I
it as
enjoyed
well.
it. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
And the Korean chicken wings, which we said were nice, but just needed to be a little
The
bit
Korean
hot.
chicken thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
needs to be
nice.
hotter.
But that hot dog, as I said, I was like, keep this on the menu because I'd order that again.
Moving Mountains. Shout out to Moving Mountains if you want to eat less meat, they're just a great replacement. I'd happily eat them on a barbecue or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'll give up pork now, so you're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, yeah. I thought if
The
you're giving up
barbecue's
pork-
my house because I would tend to just do hot dogs a lot of the time. So I'll be hitting up sausage, sausage. You know the company sausage. I'll be hitting them because they do ones that aren't. They do a lot of beef and lamb sausages.
I was going to say as well, they've got quite a few vegan things on their normal menu. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there anyway. Yeah.
yeah, if you go in now expecting like vegan stuff, and it's not there. There is stuff there all year round, you know. So we've got something else exciting starting up.
Yep.
Because this podcast, on top of my 10-hour day, 5 days a week job, wasn't enough work. With the website and the show notes and the eating out, don't get me wrong, that's the good bit. But I thought, what else could I do that's going to give me a load more work to do? I thought, oh no, I'll start a newsletter. So, obviously this podcast goes out every 2 weeks. On the Monday that there's no podcast, we're going to be releasing a brand new newsletter, Breaking Bread Bitesize. I mean, we're both going to be a part of it. It's not just me. I don't want you to feel like I'm diminishing your work.
Nah, man.
Because a big part of
Contribute.
it is going to be, I'm hoping to do a few videos that tie in with the guests. So like they'll be like embedded into the newsletter every 2 weeks. So maybe like if you have like a gin company on or something like that, you make a nice cocktail, obviously that's you. Or you make some of your cooking. Everywhere we go, people talk about your cooking.
I don't know, man.
Which one of you cooks? Carl.
I love cooking, man.
Yeah, so if we could, I thought it'd be a good way of starting using the books as well. So if we have like, I don't know, Glimpenell on, we could
Cook something from
his book.
that's a
Yeah,
good idea.
I thought, you know.
These people are lucky. You're all so lucky out there.
But then obviously it's a good way as well of like listing all the new openings that are coming up that we're going to be excited about. And
But it's just constant. There's just every week now. There's something opening, isn't there?
yeah,
I can't. This is our hobby, and we do this quite a lot, and I can't keep up with the amount. So I don't know how anyone else is supposed to.
yeah. So I thought this would be a handy like fortnightly. This is what's opening these 2 weeks, you know. Because if we do it all on an intro, we're trying to do as much as we can on an intro, but it's like there's just a massive list, obviously like chapter and everything. So most of that will be moving to the emails. So if you want to find out what's new and exciting and where we are eating and where you should be eating in Birmingham, just sign up to the newsletter. We'll leave a link in the show notes to this episode and every episode and on our website. So just join up on that and it will be all over social. You'll be sick of seeing it. Breaking Bread Bite Size. Just something more for you. A good way of introducing you to the guests as well and introducing you to the next guest, so you get like a sneaky peek at the next episode on there as well. Consider signing up to that. On to today's episode.
Yeah, this was a wicked episode. I always start off saying, this was a wicked episode.
Yeah.
Because they all are fucking wicked episodes, and this one especially, like, this was one of the ones I've laughed the most in.
Listening back to it, like I've been obviously listening to it to edit and stuff, and mate, just the laughing. We laughed like the whole way through, from beginning to end.
So funny. So this is Pip from Pip's Hot Sauce.
Yeah, the legendary Pip's Hot Sauce. It's like, basically it's the Birmingham hot sauce. you know, everyone knows about Pip's Hot Sauce.
But yeah, it was so much fun. Really, like I hope it comes across well in this podcast just how much fun we had recording this one.
Yeah, she's just
so fucking interesting. Like, you
Yeah.
could go to the pub with her and just listen to her for hours talking about it.
yeah, very smart, articulate, yeah, and funny.
I don't even think we scratched the surface of her life either, really.
No, we didn't. I mean, we've kind of got ahead of ourselves and just raced into this hot sauce. We just wanted to know about that. Like, how did you come up with this awesome hot sauce? Like, and like, how did you build that brand? And
Just got the two. I know I talked about Cure for Life a lot in this one on the interview. But since then, I've been on the Nagatropolis hot sauce, and that might be as good, if not better. Like, I've been putting it on everything.
it's a lot hotter than Cure for Life, though.
It's an extra hot chili sauce. It says on the bottle, extra hot chili sauce. It is hot, but I like hot anyway, so.
I've got the original one, just the OG sauce, man. It's unbelievable. Really good sauce.
Yeah, man.
Goes well and lots of stuff, man. But yeah, anyway, you'll hear all about the sauce. Wow, I'm just sitting here daydreaming about food with hot sauce.
Yeah. I think we're going to put it on.
Yeah, obviously, massive thank you to Pip for coming on the show. Absolutely loved having her on.
Yeah, proper legend. Really good stuff.
I hope you enjoy her story, and ladies and gentlemen, Pip.
Cool.
Pip, welcome to Breaking Bad.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. A bit cold, but otherwise okay.
You've done a great job of the whole. We haven't been talking for the last hour, Connor.
Do you know what? That's because I've got a 2-second memory. I've forgotten everything you said. I'm sure it was really witty and entertaining and stuff, but I just can't remember any of it.
And you listen to a load of podcasts, so you already know how it works anyway, because every podcast starts like this, obviously.
Absolutely. I'm really, really killing myself not to do the disclaimer from All Killer No Filler right now.
I don't listen to it. What is it?
It's and if we don't do this, we do this podcast to stop ourselves writing to serial killers. Oh no, fuck it! I got it wrong. I'm nervous now. You've made me all nervous. Now I can't remember it. Fucking hell.
That sounds cool. Some of them are a bit cheesy, though. Do you listen to Stephen Bartlett's podcast?
No.
He's like, I hope no one's listening, but if they are, keep it to yourself. And it's like, oh mate.
No, it's girls making jokes about murderers and fannies that I find funny. So
Yeah.
Both things
Matt
are pretty funny.
doesn't. Yeah, good fanny joke. Keeps you going.
Cool. Have you got a favourite podcast?
All Killer No Filler,
What's your
definitely.
favourite,
Yeah.
Does it tend to change all the time? Mine always changes.
Now I've got different cereals and stuff like that. You binge, don't you? But then there's kind of regular ones that come in and out and stuff. But so I mean, you've got classics like Teacher's Pet and stuff like that. The Aussies do really good deep dive crime ones though. There's been some wicked ones of those I listen to. So as I'm chopping the chilies and making it all together, I'm listening to podcasts about murder. It's lovely. Very, very, lovely warm atmosphere in the kitchen. Lots of stabby.
Yeah. And our podcast, obviously.
Obviously.
You don't have to say that.
Of course, it goes without saying.
Yeah.
So how did you get into food? Have you always, are you a chef? Have you always been a
No.
chef?
I've always cooked. My mum was an absolutely fucking terrible cook. Really, really bad. She didn't have a very good relationship with food at all, and she's a bit of a nutter anyway. So I learnt to cook from an early age because it was either eat shit or be able to put some food in front of myself. But I've always been a de-stress cooker. So particularly liked making sort of chutneys and jams and all of that sort of malarkey and sauces. So so I've just always kind of done that to de-stress, really. Just like getting in the kitchen and making a bit of a mess.
What was the best thing you made?
Oh, God, growing up or...
Yeah.
Do you know what? Best thing ever, and I still make it today, is the dad sandwich, right? This is so basic, right? But sometimes those are the things that stick with you. Now, it started off when I lived with my dad when I was a teenager. He used to send me to school with, do you remember Mighty White bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mighty White, nice processed bread. With one side you've got Marmite, middle you've got strong cheddar, and the other side you've got crunchy peanut butter. That's the dad sandwich, right?
Wow.
Now, when I got older, bit of a hungover and stuff like that. In the shared house I was living in, we had a Breville toaster, dad sandwich in a Breville toaster with some hot sauce. You are rocking. I absolutely... I've just done a mouth squirt. Do you know what? The reason that sticks to mind is because I basically had a version of that with my Nagatrapolis sauce on crumpets for lunch. And it was a real comfort food moment. So it's not the poshest, but it's just yummy. One of my favourites.
Do you know what? I don't love or hate Marmite. I kind of...
Really? I thought it was supposed to be one or the other.
I don't mind it. I'll take it.
I'm one of them. I can't have it just on toast or something like that, but I can have it in stuff or with peanut butter.
Oh,
It goes really
yeah,
well with
that's
peanut
probably
Do
butter.
you know
like
what?
me.
I really, really need to go to eat Vietnam again and try.
Yeah, their peanut butter Marmite wings are unreal.
Well, he's doing collie wings with them on as well. I saw the other
Yeah.
day, and that is straight up my street. Absolutely straight up my street.
Oh, we love it.
Smashing it
Vietnam.
there.
I'm mad on it.
Well,
Vietnam.
I only been once when it was with a couple of mates. My first when it just after it first opened, we went for my birthday, and yeah, it was a bit of a random night for lots of other reasons. Got nothing to do with going there, but we need to go back because that was way too long ago.
Yeah.
It's actually flying. There's loads of stuff there now.
It's great, isn't it? I was at Attic Brew yesterday for they were doing the Sturchley swap shop.
Oh,
So
yeah.
new jeans.
Nice.
I know, I'm well pleased with these. And I got Pruley's Vegetarian Bible as well, which I picked up at a clothes swap shop, as you do. But loads of good
Yeah,
stuff
why
in
not?
there. But yeah, I haven't drunk beer for fucking ages. About 15, maybe a bit longer. Just went off it, didn't like it anymore. And I think it was because of all the the new sort of trendy craft ales and stuff. I was just like, "Bleh. No, I want something that tastes like pop." I'm the generation that grew up on going out and drinking fucking
Fat
bloody
frog.
no fucking Alco pops, and there was
Not the fat frog.
no
Yeah,
I missed
WKD
that.
blue,
No. See,
VK orange, and there was something. Oh, Bacardi Breezer. No, it was Bacardi Breeder orange and
I feel sick when I
WKD
think
blue.
about
That
it.
was it. Oh, and
I
a
feel
Smirnoff
slightly
Ice.
sick, but I
That was
also
it.
feel really pissed off that I missed out on this.
Oh, it was delicious. But
It sounds it.
I don't know if it's just in Ireland, but I'm sure they've made one now, like a pre-mixed fat frog. So it's like green, bright green thing.
Getting my
like,
phone out and googling it now. No,
It's called Club
yeah.
Frog.
Sounds all right. Yes, I hadn't drank any beer for ages, and we were doing a market up at Attic Brew, and they've got this great guy. Oh, Julian or Justin or something like that. I can't remember his name because I'm shit at names. And I told him I didn't like beer, and he was like, "Aha, you'll like this." And he came over with their garden party. It's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
What a relief that is. Because imagine that. You'd be like,
I still fucking hate beer.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, absolutely. A bit embarrassing, but no, he knew exactly what he was talking about. But yeah, so clothes swap and beer, absolute heaven.
Perfect. Oh man, Attic's good beer as well.
It
Really
is.
good
I've
stuff.
since had others of their beer because I bought Matt like a huge like 30-can box for Christmas. Here you go, Bab. Happy Christmas. Oh, by the way, I'm just having that one. Oh, and that one. Oh, and I might have that one too.
it's hard now, isn't it? Like people say they don't like beer, but it's that for
There's that
like,
many beers.
smashes
Yeah.
right
It's
in
bound
there.
to be something you like.
Well, I think that's it as well. But also, you don't really want to go into a bar and be like one of the real ale twats from Viz, do you? You know, let me have my little thimble and try 10 different types until I find one that's acceptable for me because I'm so special. No.
That was me in my 20s in the welly.
No, but we did pints. We were like, I'm not gonna know. I don't want to taste. I'll just have a pint. I've made my bet. I'm going with it now. If it tastes like shit, I'm still drinking the whole thing.
And that-
Sometimes I did go and get the third,
Did you?
the third
Oh,
glasses.
dear.
I did
God.
like that. I know I was that sad. Now I don't drink, so
Yeah, you know.
yeah,
you know.
it's gone full circle.
Attic Brew though, love it, really good.
Really good play.
Back to your superstar cooking.
Ah, thank you.
So, what did you do when you left school? Did you go to uni? And
Went to uni, studied politics. Then I went travelling. Was supposed to be for not very long, but ended up being for about 3 years. Got carried away. And then, oh God, I've had so many different jobs. I'm basically a really shit employee.
was there a job in particular you wanted to do when you studied politics?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just, I suppose I'm really glad I went to uni because I was probably the last generation to get to do it, and they just brought in student loans, but we didn't have any tuition fees and stuff like that. So I'm glad I did it, but at the same time, it was a bit of a waste of resources, really, because I didn't really have a game plan. I wish I'd gone to catering college because that would have, actually been something I would have enjoyed. But at the time, there was so much fucking snobbery about it,
Yeah.
which is just, you look back on it now and you think that's just so weird. that there would be that kind
It
of
was like
snobbery.
a hoity-toity. You know, like restaurants, you had to wear suits and a fucking dinner jacket and all this shit just to go in and pay for some food.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm fucking paying for it. Why have I got to dress up nice?
Exactly. It's just, yeah, I mean, I'm glad the tables flipped there, but yeah, so I never did. But last thing I was doing, and it's part of the reason that it kind of all came together and really helped me launch Pip's Hot Sauce in a weird kind of way, because I was working for the Birmingham Black Country Wildlife Trust, and just as I created this sauce, which I'll have to tell you the story because it sounds like bollocks because it's such a nice story, but it's not. It's all true. It genuinely sounds like some PR birds written it. Anyway, but I was working at the Wildlife Trust, and the contract that, because charity funded, EU money, all the rest of it, it was coming to an end, and I didn't really get on with the development manager there. I wasn't quite sure, but it was one of those where it was like, ooh, don't like you, and you could tell he felt the same way. So there wasn't going to be more funding for my position, and at that time I just didn't know what to do, and I'd started to make some hot sauce, and my friend was doing a chutney company, and she said, do you want to come and help, have a bit of my space on my farmers market stalls? And yeah, because of the way that the job was going, that just worked really well, and they dovetailed into each other. But how I invented the sauce, and this is so slick it sounds bollocks, as I've said. Basically, we were having a pizza, me and Matt, my partner, at the Plough one day. Bad hangover, not in the greatest of moods. And I was having a right old bitch and a moan, and to shut me up so he could enjoy his pint and his pizza. That literally got me to, this was it. There was no hot sauce there. And they did have this sauce that I quite liked, but there wasn't any. So I was moaning and bitching about it, and Matt got me to write a list on the back of a napkin about what would be in my ideal chilli sauce. So because I was working for a charity and I was always making jams and chutneys and shit like that anyway, decided to go home and make some and give it to people for Christmas presents, because I had bugger all money because I wasn't earning very much, and everybody apart from one person was like, give me more, and that one person's a bit of an arsehole anyway, so he doesn't count.
And how close is that? Is that the first sauce?
That was
you still
Bocca
make
del
that
Diablo,
sauce?
yeah.
So how close is that version to the current version? Is it the exact same recipe you wrote down on that napkin?
Do you know what? I think out of all the recipes, there's little, obviously there's things that had to balance with getting the pH balance right and stuff like that, and salt levels and stuff, but it's pretty much, yeah. You could, if I could find that napkin, I could probably make something that doesn't taste so too different to La Bocca del Diablo.
So who did you give it to that helped spur you on to
just everybody really? I gave friends loads of jars, and did that. And then after the Christmas, I was round at a friend's house. We'd been partying as we used to do before I became self-employed and had no time to myself. I was a bit drunk, and a friend's like, yeah, I'll design you a label. You've got to put this in bottles, you've got to do this. And so I played it back to him when he was sober and he committed. So yeah, and then I was back at the Plough I had this label that I'd printed off on my printer at home, cut off and sticked onto a bottle in my handbag that I just brought to use my own supply. And one of the old bar staff sort of tapped us on the shoulder and said, can I go and give this to the boss? And he went off and gave it to Adam. Adam came out, and I genuinely thought he was going to tell me off for using my own condiment, and he didn't. He ordered some, and that was it. That was like, how Pip's Hot Sauce got launched. And
that was the first order. That's a good order to get from you first.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It's a great place as well.
Yeah.
Such a good place.
Yeah. And lovely people. But I think that's, that's the thing in Birmingham. We've got a lot of really nice people doing good things. So we're kind of lucky. A few knobheads doing stupid things, but,
Fuck them.
Fuck them, yeah.
Leave them to themselves,
Exactly.
I was going to say, there's like a little like family tree, like the ones from Simpsons for like the Michelin star chefs. There's like one from the Plough where like loads of cool people have come from the Plough, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely.
Done, yeah.
I think as well there'd probably be one from the Soul Food Project as well, and
Definitely,
the church,
definitely,
big time.
Massively.
But Carl was and still is very much in sort of giving people the skills and helping them spread their wings, which is really great attitude, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I wouldn't be like that with staff. I'd be like, no way, man. You're my bitch now.
So how do you get from the Plough one and it to a full-time job selling it?
So that happened, and my friend Rachel had a business called Kerfuffle Preserves, and she just started doing farmers markets, and she said, "Look, why don't you have some of my table, like a third of my farmers market table?" So we got together and we sort of taking each other to markets and stuff like that. And I used to be so bad though, because we were still really partying and stuff in those days. And I don't think for the first year, I don't think I ever did a single single farmers market without a horrendous hangover. But oh god, I don't know how I did it. But those times have changed. But she was brilliant in sort of supporting me and helping me to do that. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. So like I'd got more recipes, more interest, so I kind of put my big girl pants on and got my own stall, and and then it grew from there, and just word of mouth. I am absolutely shit at the business side of things. It's kind of like it really is the only thing that holds us back. Really, is I'm crap at that side of things. So everything, all the growth that's happened, has been pure luck and word of mouth.
I don't think it's luck. I wouldn't agree with luck, but word of mouth, definitely.
We have had this with a few people. There's people who've got this talent, or they're able to do something, but monetizing it and making a business, because you don't have to just be good at making a sauce. You can make a great sauce, but then you've got to market it, sell it, work out your own profit margins and what you can afford to do. And that bit's not really taught too much.
No, it's the upscaling for me that I'm absolutely, just... It's got to the point where, I mean... along the sort of journey, I hate that word. Along the Pips Had Thought journey. Sounds like I'm about to launch into an MLM pitch, doesn't it? But anyway, we have had investors come to us and talk to us, and for various, thank God on a couple of them, for various different reasons, we've not gone into any relationships like that. But looking at it, I'm quite pleased, because I think I'm lucky now, and I'm more comfortable in now that I know that I know enough to know that I don't know enough about that shit. If that makes any sense. So I'm really glad that we never made any decisions about that in the past, because I know I've got a better idea of how bad my knowledge is lacking in those areas. And that makes me more comfortable in going, well, okay, this isn't something I know about. So if things like that happen again, I know now almost what questions to ask. Whereas before, my knowledge was so shit, I didn't even know what questions to ask. If that makes any sense.
Were you close to taking any of them investments? Or?
There was one in particular I was, very much so, but it would have been a fucking huge mistake.
It's so hard, isn't it? I can imagine creating something and then someone offering you money, you'd be like, yes. But then at the same time, it must be so hard to just say, actually, you know what, this isn't right for us. Probably.
As well, you kind of got to get... It's that imposter syndrome thing as well. Initially, I think as well, because, I'm not a chef. I'm not a professionally trained cook. And also being a woman in this sector as well, particularly hot sauce. If you go to a fucking... This is why I don't do hot sauce festivals, because I just get really sick of the Jeremy Clarksons. What's your hottest, love? Oh, you've got anything hotter, sweet cakes? Fuck off. Anyway, sorry. I'm not part of that. So I very much had imposter syndrome. Somebody going to tap me on the shoulder and say, come on, stop doing this. You don't know what you're doing. Who are you to bring out something you've cooked and give it to other people? Go home. But I don't have that anymore, so I'm quite happy, just rocking along.
What was it that made that stop?
I just chilling out a little bit, and also I think you get to the point where if people are saying you're doing something right. Oh God, this is going to make me sound like a right wanker. But anyway, if people are telling you that you're doing something right every single day, eventually you stop feeling really uncomfortable about that and go, actually, thank you, that'll do. Yeah. That's all right, that'll do.
Yeah. I think maybe we get mellowed as well as we get a little bit older.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We feel more comfortable with stuff, and I do. I'm talking for myself. Was it? What about because you won a couple of awards as well? Like you got the taste.
A couple.
Loads.
Thank you. You're my favourite. You can go to the back of the room.
I was going to say, which was the first? Was it the Taste?
Great Taste Award. The first one I won was for the barbecue, La Barbacoa, and I was absolutely fucking gutted it wasn't for the La Bocca del Diablo. Instead of being like, wow, thank you, that's great, I was like, you absolute wankers.
Like, really?
Do you not know? People love this sauce in Birmingham. You're just basically dissing Brummies. Yeah. Bit of a twat. But and then the next year we went for the La Bocca del Diablo, so I calmed down. And then we've got the Bocca Grande, the pineapple one, which I actually created for the Plough for their Bocca Grande taco notes. And then we've got this year we won 2 for the Nagatropolis, the hot one. And also for the Cure for Life, which I only entered as a bit of a left field one because I didn't think it would. I thought it might annoy them slightly.
Yeah.
Not annoy them slightly. It was just curiosity. What would they make of this? Really, I didn't think I'd get an award for it whatsoever, but I did. So that's wicked. Of course, we won the BBC Good Feed Show Bursary Award as well at one point.
But that was good. So that all kind of helps with the imposter syndrome, must it?
Yes. Yeah. Just a bit, yeah.
I'm going to stop in and jump in and say that Cure for Life, I know we were talking about it earlier, it's the greatest sauce on the planet.
Yeah, you are
so
definitely
nice.
my favourite. You know that, don't you? Thank you.
It's such
really
a mentally
weird.
good sauce.
Thank you. It's really weird. It initially, because of the collaboration with Focke-Wulf doing the label, working with Provide, it was very much people will buy it off the back of that. And I don't think... literally, it's only in the last 6 months that I've got people going, that tastes so good, and really talking about the flavour now. It's really weird how that's been such a slow burner. And now it's kind of, it's really, people are really getting it and loving it and giving it a lot of love, which is great.
I was going to say, I know they helped you with the label for the Focke-Wulf one, but your labels are quite cool. Like, do you do them yourself?
No. It's my friend Chris done the initial design and
Was
stuff.
that the original one who came to you and said, this is...
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
It's still got him.
Yeah, the drunk one. And he's done all of that. And then, I mean, there've been various other local artists, friend Simon Petplow, his stuff's really cool. He did the oil label. Obviously, Focke-Wulf did the Kill for Life. And then the guys from the Plough did the Bocca Grande one. And Will Tat did the onions, so Tat Vision. But I like to do as much stuff, with people that I know. There's a new artist actually that my friend Nick from My Vintage Prints, so she's very up on her art. She sent me something about a local female artist last week, and I was like messaging her straight away because I've got this sauce in the back of my head. Well, actually, I haven't. I've got a jar of it sat in my kitchen that I was going to do another collaboration with somebody this year, and it's just not come off. And I saw this, and I was like, you, do you want to do a collab? And she's like, shit, yes. And I was just like, oh, I really should have worded that a bit more, explained a bit more, but thank God she's responded positively, so that's all good. So that will be happening with another local artist this year at some point as well. So, and then of course we've got Home of Metal and their designer designed that. There's one in their bag there that I've bought you some sauce because obviously I'm bribing you to be nice.
Thank you.
I feel like that's where, if this was being filmed, we'd hold it up again. That one.
I know. You do this one. We'll take a photo.
Yeah, I'll put a photo.
That is a cool bottle. That is fucking awesome bottle. It
Thank
looks
you.
so badass.
The wax melting's cool. isn't it?
Yeah.
I had to get a lesson from the guys at Dig Brew. So thank you, Josh, for your lesson. And I absolutely promise that recipe will go to the grave with me. I'm sworn to secrecy. But an invaluable lesson because there's a lot more to wax dipping than you'd think. But it's so addictive. I'm not bored of that yet.
No, it looks fun. I've seen it done. I'm like,
Well, when I'm bored of it, you're welcome to come around.
glass blowing. I really want to do glass blowing. I don't know anywhere you can do glass blowing.
Black Country.
gonna
Full of
say,
places
stop
like that.
it.
For fuck's sake.
I can't find anywhere that does just a day class for glass blowing.
I bet you I can.
So
find
if you
it
listen to
somewhere.
this
Yeah.
and you do glass blowing courses, it's a very random request. But if you do, let me know.
Funnily enough, the guy that I buy my bottles off did a glass blowing course for a jolly, but he's far away. So sorry.
Gutted.
Oh man, are you going to get shitty perfume bottles for Christmas next year if he gets on this course? You're going to get really bad vases.
I have to pretend it's really nice and it's all misshaped.
Thanks.
Nice bars you've got.
Yeah. Is it supposed to? The water's supposed to come out there.
So how many sauces have you made in total? Different ones?
She goes to her webpage. I am literally going to have to count. I think it's 11.
Wow.
So.
And are all 11 still in production?
No, there's a couple that aren't actually. The Peaky Blinders sauce, which is the one with chocolate habaneros, I've stopped doing that, and the reason I stopped doing that is because when the world went crazy, I stopped being able to get hold of a good fresh supply of chocolate habaneros enough to be able to do it. So I mean that will come back occasionally. We did do a one with pumpkin in as well, which we stopped doing, but we might, I don't know, it's a time thing. It's one that I don't really enjoy making, so back of the queue.
Yeah.
Without raking over like negativity, have you been affected much by like Brexit and stuff, like importing chilies, or where did your chilies come from? Are they
Wholesale
UK
market.
Or?
Wholesale market.
Yeah.
So they're not coming from the UK.
No.
No. There's a particular spot that I get my chilies from because I like the freshness, the consistency of the batches, and but they're not coming through Europe, so that hasn't been affected yet. What has been affected is that I use as a base peppers, just capsicum in a couple of my sauces. Now that it can just swing ridiculously one way or the other.
In terms of supply or price?
Supply not so much, but we are seeing that a little bit more now. But then again, this is crappy time of year, particularly because normally at this time of year, early year, they're coming from Holland and places like that. But supply has been a bit weaker. I don't know whether I'm looking for that particularly though. But price is just absolutely, it swings from one thing to another. So that's, but we just got to crack on, haven't we? And kill all Tories.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
Down with
I think we should stop the podcast and just go and do it now. I'm joking.
Yeah, please don't kill anyone.
Yeah, no. Well,
or anyone. Yeah, don't kill anyone.
Yeah,
don't kill anyone, but yeah, definitely don't vote for them.
No, we'd understand that. I'd get it.
How do you develop new recipes, and is it because there's like people asking for something in particular, or do you just think, fuck, I want to try something new?
50-50.
Yeah.
With all the original recipes, the earlier recipes, there was a lot of, oh fuck it, I just want to try something new. Then with some things, it will be like for instance, I mentioned that young female artist I want to do something with. That recipe, I've had knocking about in my head for a while, but normally because I need a bit of a push to have the time and the inclination to get something like that going, and working with a new artist like that is a bit of a push. I can sort of match that sort of collaboration up with that source, and a couple of things have happened like that. Well, I've had an idea in the back of my head, but I just haven't had that drive to get it out there until somebody's said, like the Plough have said, look, we're doing this taco night. Oh, bingo. Right, I've got this idea. It'll work brilliantly. So it's just been really lucky timing, I think. But then having said that, the Black Mass was the one that I've spent longest redoing. Initially, when we were going to do it, it was going to be a beetroot base as well. Way back. That was before, because we were actually talking about doing it before Corona.
Yeah.
And then obviously that got shelved, and I'd done some sort of practice runs of this kind of beetroot ketchup hot sauce one. So yeah, you're making a very, very enthusiastic face there. Maybe I'm going to have to relook at this for
That's nice. I feel like that's like one of the garlic ones, one of the most complex kind of ones.
The Black Mass. Yeah. Well, it was tricky as well, because I'm not actually a big black garlic fan, which is weird because I totally thought that I was going to love it when I first tried it.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't quite float my boat, which is really weird because it ticks all the boxes for me.
I wonder if that helped though, because it's not too overwhelmingly
Probably
black
did.
garlic. 'Cause you're like,
Probably
I don't want
did.
too much of that in
Yeah,
there. I want a
probably
good
did.
bit.
Probably did. So
Is there a flavour sauce you've wanted to make and tried to make and you just can't get it to work?
no.
So you've managed to achieve all your sauce goals.
Well, I suppose because you know, somewhere in the back of my head, it's always about things that I like the flavour of.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I'm thinking, oh, would that go with that? It's because they're things that I like already. So I suppose they're kind of already been through an edit in my brain somewhere. Not that my brain does a lot of editing, as this podcast probably shows.
Do you make the sauce at home?
Yeah. Well, we used to use the kitchen at the plough. Then when my house burned down, not sauce related, we rebuilt the kitchen, obviously, and changed it around. And then we were looking at moving out again, COVID. And I just think, whilst we can, because we've got storage and we've got different things, obviously it's not just the kitchen, we've got storage space, we've got, you know, special areas for different things and stuff like that. I just think, you know, it's a bit of a risk with things still being a bit dodge.
Yeah. Well, if you can do it, you might as well.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? So,
I'll start making your bottles for you.
pardon?
I'll start making the bottles.
Yeah,
The
brilliant.
glass bottle.
You'll
can
play
have
the
them in there.
bottles. You can do the wax
It's not going to be
dipping.
brilliant. It's definitely not going to be brilliant. It's going to be rubbish.
What's your faith? You're going to have faith.
Look, you know, you're thumping on his creativity before he's even started.
It's one
Should
of
be
these things
ashamed
I've
of
never
yourself.
done, and I'm certain I'm going to be good at it. I know I'm
He's
going to get there. I'm
breaking
not
your
going to be
lip
able
and
to do it.
heart. There'll be a big tantrum, won't there?
I don't think you have the patience. I feel like it's something you're going to have a lot of patience for, is blowing.
You'd know.
I really wondered where that was going then.
Good job I edit this podcast.
Yeah.
Which is your hottest hot sauce?
So it depends how heavy-handed I've been. No, it's either the Naga or the Cure for Life, but the Nagatropolis is my favourite and the Cure for Life is Matt's favourite, so it depends which one of us you ask. However, not a sauce, but the hottest thing I do by far is the onions. They're fucking ridiculous.
What gave you the idea to do the onions?
I've always made pickled onions, you know,
Right.
always, and I always do it every Christmas, and I always make them hot, and I give them away, like, even before I started making onions, I've been giving Jack from DDC a jar and a few other people, and then it was just like, fuck it, yeah, let's make some pickled onions, make them really hot. And then I realised how fucking annoying peeling little onions is. So I got a rumbler. I thought that would do the trick. Trashes
Mashed
the
them.
onions. Yeah, absolutely. So they all have to be hand done. So it's like, okay, those are hot, but I really don't want people to eat them that quickly. I must make them fucking hot.
One of them, you're a little bit disappointed that they're so popular. Like, oh, God.
No. Ask me that question again when I'm in the middle of peeling a load
Yeah.
of little fuckers.
Yeah.
What makes them so hot? Is the actual chilies in the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Trinidad scorpions. So
Oh, nice. They sound fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't call a chili that if they're not honey.
there's a reason they're called UAK onions.
Jesus. Would you ever make a hot sauce ridiculously hot just to see if you could get away with it?
Well, that's kind of when you get into the chemistry side of things, when you're
Yeah.
talking extracts and stuff like that. So, and for me, it really is about, you know,
Flavour.
eating stuff. Give me food that I want to eat.
Yeah.
So, but I think when you get to the extracts and stuff, that's a bit sciencey and techy, which is great. Some people want to do that, but I just want to eat nice stuff and make stuff that's nice to eat.
what does that mean? Was it
Extract.
Extract. Oh,
Yeah.
So you don't use the whole chili. You use...
I don't know how they do it, but I think it's a little bit like making gin. I don't know where I've got that from. I probably completely made it up, but I think you have to extract the capsicum, which is the bit in the chili, the chemical in the chili that's really
Yeah.
hot. So
Yeah, it's all very Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I can't say Breaking Bad or Breaking Bread in the same. I always get one mixed up or the other. I've seen him do it. He's like an alchemy type thing. It looks
Yeah,
such
it
a
looks
pain in the
science,
arse.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Way too
How much did you know about chilies before you started?
Not loads.
No.
No, do you know what? I think I might have developed a hot sauce habit when I was living in America, and just having hot sauce on everything, and not sort of taking much notice of what particular hot sauce, because there wasn't really that much choice anyway. But obviously then being in Birmingham, lots of Caribbean hot sauces around. So I think I've always had a love for Scottish bonnets because that's what I'm most familiar with, and to me the fruity flavour's the best. So I just absolutely adore that balance of heat and fruit. So I'm predisposed to like that a lot because it's what I've always known. But then since I've started, there have been so many more different varieties of chilies grown. It's almost quite competitive, isn't it? And there are some that I can take and some that flavour-wise I'm just not interested in at all. So it's really grown, but I think that's at the same time since I've started the whole sort of chili industry and the chili varieties that are available has blossomed. So I'm just lucky in the fact that my knowledge has been able to grow with it. But I'm not an expert because again I'm just about making some hot stuff that I want to eat.
You're more of an expert than say us. Like, nothing about chili.
Certainly about that.
Yeah. Have you lived in Mexico?
No, I haven't.
Or have you been to Mexico? No.
No, I know. I'm absolutely gutted because some people I know are on holiday there at the moment are bastards.
I know someone who
No,
went there for Christmas.
it'll happen. We'll get there once the world settles down.
I just remember watching. I can't remember where they went. I think it was what's the name of the fajita kit? Not El Paso, the other one.
No.
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
It's a
Oh,
place,
yeah,
isn't
that
it?
one.
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown, when he went
Yeah.
to Oaxaca.
Oh, wicked.
I'm sure it was that one, and he was just like in the market, just trying chilies, and I was like,
Nice.
"Oh man, it looks so good." But like most of the food was like more of the like kind of salsas, different salsas and pulses and stuff, and it looked unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely.
And then some of it just like he was like, "I can't eat that." It's too hot. And I was like, "I'd love to have a go."
I don't know how I get on not eating meat though, because there's not a lot of. I mean, you look at things and there's a lot of sort of nose to tail sort of cooking going on over there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So, but I'll give it a go.
In Oaxaca, it's very vegetarian led,
is
vegetable
that?
led. Yeah, I can't remember if it was just that part of
I
Mexico.
don't think I've
or-
seen that episode. I'll have to look it
Yeah,
up.
I'm sure it was Parts Unknown. I get lost now because he's got another thing on Amazon that I've watched as well.
Yeah,
so,
right. I'll look it up.
Yeah, but it does look awesome though.
Definitely. My kind of background eating that sort of stuff is definitely the sort of Tex-Mex sort of style stuff because of just eating in diners and that when I was in the States. And also where I worked in Vegas, there was a Mexican restaurant right next door hand. And we're not talking Mexican, we're talking American Mexican food. So just living on breakfast burritos that I'd have for breakfast, like the veggie burrito. Absolutely loved that place, Mamacita's.
Yeah.
And
It's still something we haven't got loads of. Like I know we got a la Mexicana. Like what?
Terra tacos now.
Oh yeah, two.
do you know
in the
what?
whole
I've
of
got
them.
to go to that place in Bearwood. I can't believe we haven't gone.
I haven't been
The
yet.
thing
Oh,
is-
it's been on top of my list for so long now.
I just, totally need to get there. But like, we have just not had the chance to do anything. Like the build up to Christmas was just so fucking insane, and we can't believe it. I mean, markets went mental. And the online was insane as well. So we've just literally didn't stop, and then it got to Christmas, and it was just like collapsing in a heap.
It's your busiest time, Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have busy moments over the summer as well, but I think this Christmas actually it caught us. It kind of winded us a little bit because it was just so insanely busy. But at the same time, so positive, just so like everybody's just like loving, like, you know, being supporting local businesses and just being so freaking lovely. It was honestly, it was just, it just really, I mean, I wish I wasn't quite sort of surprised, but it was just so overwhelming in a way, because I think although the last year we have kind of been open and there have been farmers markets and stuff like that, and also you're still locked away in your bubble, so you don't realise how much your stuff is reaching out there and how many people have your stuff in their cupboard and love it and stuff like that. And when they're coming out and telling you, it's a bit like, wow, shit.
It's not even that with Christmas. That's people not just buying it for their own delight. That's people buying it to give to other people. So they know it's good already. And they're just giving it to people.
Yeah,
so that must be a great feeling.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. And then we'll start getting, in the next couple of months, we'll start getting people putting orders in from the website, and the little message they're going, oh, my mate bought me this from Christmas and this one's my favourite and stuff. And I had a taster set for Christmas. Which one's this one? And blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's wicked. Honestly, it gives you such a buzz when you read that.
Yeah, the repeat customers coming back now.
Yeah. And they wouldn't have known about it unless some really cool Brummy gave them it.
Gave them a lovely gift.
Yeah.
Do you find you have quite a reach? Is it sold nationwide?
Well, yes and no, but it's kind of been like the people wider. There are, there is exceptions to this, obviously, but then we've got a lot of regular customers who are ex-Brummies. So there's a family in Gibraltar, and he's now also got all of them he works with into the pips as well. And then, we've got customers. Well, we do have customers everywhere, but a lot of them are ex-Brummies. Yeah. So we have a wide reach as Brummies.
We do get around.
We do, yeah.
I just wonder if there's like a specific place outside of Birmingham where you go, we send a lot of orders there. What's going on?
Gibraltar, man. This guy, I swear to God, I think he must have got everybody on the island to buy a bottle. He gets because of Brexit and all the rest of it, and even though, I think, it's different, the regulations there, because they're partly part of the UK, aren't they? But he gets a big shipping container, so you'll get this order through to this shipping container company. And it's like, oh, right, that's this guy. And you just know that he's stocking up for loads of different people and half filling up a shipping container.
I love it. When's the shipping container of chili sauce coming? Coming next week. Chill. It'll be here.
I should make him my agent or something, shouldn't I? No, scrap that. I want some money.
Payment chili sauce?
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I nearly dropped you in it. I was going to say, is that who them litre bottles of chili sauce were for?
No, it's not. It's not actually. They only go to commercial customers. I don't do them for members of the public.
Have you ever had anyone ask?
Oh, all the fucking time. Every single market. Oh, can I have these? Why can't you do them in bigger bottles? Can't I have these and this and da 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 da? No, only commercial kitchens that are going to use it quickly get that. So it just makes my life a lot easier as well, because I've got to separate things out and stuff. So. And I don't have to worry about people leaving them around for ages and stuff.
Have you ever been contacted to go and do like a commercial kitchen, like a takeover, like a pop-up?
Not so much, but I did get contacted by Dragon's Den last year.
Did you?
Yeah.
What were they like?
And they contacted you?
Yeah, they contacted me.
I thought this was the opposite way around.
Well, that's what I thought as well. That's what I thought as well. No, it was about this time last year, and somebody contacted me. And said, would you think about appearing on Dragon's Den? And obviously I've said what I think about businessy stuff. You absolutely no fucking way. I might as well run naked for the New Street. There are quicker ways to embarrass myself, right? But I thought I'll just be myself and be really natural and go along with this. And if they don't realise what a fucking disaster it would be, I will back it out. So we went quite far for like phone interviews and different stuff like that. And I was just saying some ridiculous things like, yeah, go hard or go home. I literally said that to them. They were like, what sort of investment would you want? I'm like, well, I really believe in the rave anthem, go hard or go home, and just absolute dog shit I was coming out with. And funnily enough, I didn't get on the parade.
Oh, what a shame. Oh, that would have been so funny.
That would never have happened.
Shocked me that they're going out trying to find people. I generally wouldn't have seen that.
No, I think I heard that they do that quite a lot, because I was looking into it a little bit just about what the process was and stuff, and I think a couple of people have said that they were approached. I'll tell you what, you've got to feel absolutely wounded if you've got on it and you've had to beg to get on it, and you find out that everybody else has had a phone call.
Been invited on.
Isn't really that arsed.
You look at it, that reggae sauce did well, and that's terrible. So you do really well on it, surely.
Yeah, get Matt on with his guitar.
Made his career though. So.
Did
Yeah, you're
didn't
making
it?
money,
I
ain't you?
wouldn't mind the house in Jamaica, please.
Yeah, I'd have that.
Yeah.
I'd love one of them, please.
Tell you what, you can come and stay. Not you though, because he's the favourite.
I want to talk about the barbecue sauce.
Talk about the barbecue sauce.
How
then.
did that come about? Because that was my gateway. That was into
Really?
Pips.
With the
Yeah,
gateway
at
drink?
that very first. Oh, actually, we better not bring that up because I'm going to go further down the favour because that was like 3 years ago, and I asked you to be on the podcast like 3 years ago, and we're just doing it now. But at that very first one, I was like, I'm a bit of a wimp, but I quite like it. And you're like, try barbecue sauce, and I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And then after that, then I was like, yes.
There you go, gateway drug. That actually, when I was living in Las Vegas again, we had a bit of a bonkers neighbour, and it's really old, really
I
alcoholic.
feel like everyone in Vegas is going to have a bonkers neighbour.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the law, but and it was her family recipe for barbecue sauce that I tweaked, and I'm pretty sure she's dead now. So,
Well, not hope. You hope that she's not coming for royalties.
No. But yeah, I mean, the signs were pointing that way. So it was kind of came from that and then tweaked a bit. And obviously, I added lots of Scotch bonnets to it. Well, not too many.
Was there a lot of people asking for it though?
What, barbecue? Yeah, there were
Yeah.
actually. And it was coming up to summer and I just fancied it. I was like, I really want, I want some barbecue sauce. I want some barbecue sauce. I might, do you know what? This was it. I was at a friend's and I had a little, she had one of those little thingies from McDonald's of barbecue sauce. And I was putting my nagger into it and dipping potato wedges into it. And it was just like, this is ridiculous. I need to make some barbecue sauce, obviously.
But that's not the recipe. So
No,
everyone
that's
try
not the
it.
recipe. No,
It's not
no.
McDonald's barbecue
You
sauce.
see, you see Pip at the drive-thru. She's not just ordering 20,000. How come you made a second barbecue sauce?
Because I wanted it hotter.
Okay.
So, and also barbecue and bourbon go together. So it just seemed like a natural sort of progression to it. I think, like you, it was my gateway barbecue. And then I liked it, but I wanted it hotter. And why not stick some bourbon in it too? That's kind of the way it's happened with a lot of them. Even with my first one, which is the smoked garlic chili and lime, that came from that back of a napkin, my ideal chili sauce. Started absolutely fine. But obviously doing this, handling chilies all the time, my own taste got hotter. So the Nagatropolis is basically the same recipe as that, but with the additional Naga chilies in as well, because I'd personally grown out of that sauce. I needed a hotter one, yeah.
Yeah, and you do get more used to it, and the more chili, the more you can handle. Do you even find your sauces hot now?
Oh yeah, definitely. With women as well, it's time of the month thing. And this is actually.
I've never heard it.
No, it sounds like bollocks. I actually said that years ago. Me and Rachel were doing she's the one that I used to share the market with, a stall at a market outside the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Now, I'd anecdotally read or heard that somewhere, probably read it on the internet, hadn't I? That depending on where a woman is in her cycle, her heat reception will go up or down. And there was a doctor who basically, and he spent 10 minutes explaining to me why that is, and I can't remember a single word he said.
No.
But basically,
But he
I'm
confirmed
right.
it.
Basically, I'm right.
At which point is it hotter?
I don't know. I can't remember.
You just have to try a bit every day and we'll find out.
Yeah. There's probably an app for that.
Yeah.
Definitely be on the internet anyway.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere, yeah. I'll let you search that history.
It's mental though how stuff like that works and how everyone's taste. But I feel like sometimes my tolerance for heat's like over the years it's gone up and down. Like
Well, we're all bags of hormones, aren't we? And that's obviously hormonal, so it wouldn't be too far-fetched to think that it would happen. It's like when you've had different illnesses and stuff like that, it can affect different taste receptors and things like that. So
COVID's messed loads of people's taste. My missus' taste, she's changed. As soon as her taste is different now. It's like what it was. We know a few people that there's one person in Birmingham who can't drink coffee anymore. I don't know if that's still the case.
Well, I was saying I went off beer for years and years and years. That was because I gave up smoking for a long time. And as soon as I'd given up the fags, I hated the taste of beer.
So you could actually taste the beer. Like, oh, I've been drinking this shit.
Fuck. Yeah, maybe.
I think old beer was shit though, like Foster's, Carlsberg.
Oh, I never drank any of that.
I know.
God, a bit more
That is
class,
shit.
please, Bab.
That's
Although
what we used to
says the
drink.
woman who's just admitted drinking alcohol pops. So yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot there.
I was very careful not to say Carlin then.
Ugh.
Why did you not say Carlin?
I don't know. You get lynched in Birmingham saying you're slagging off Carlin.
People hate Carling.
I know most people don't like, but
Cool people hate Carlin.
cool people.
Doesn't
We know
everybody
a
hate
lot of
Carling?
people that
Yeah,
like
my
Carlin. A
brother-
lot of our friends that
No.
won't drink anything else.
Really?
We know people that won't go to a pub that don't sell Carlin.
I'm shocked. You need to know new people.
We do 12 pubs every Christmas, and we took them around King's Eve, took them to the Duke, and they were just two
Yeah,
of them. They're
cracking
just
bar.
sitting there like, it's not Carlin, is it?
I know, yeah. Face like thunder. I was like, oh, no, this has got actual fucking flavour in the glass. That's why.
That's okay. Tragic.
That's where we are.
Was it a conscious thing to make them vegan?
Not particularly because it's hot sauce. I'm not making burgers or searing steaks. I'm making a sauce out of peppers and vinegars and fruits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a conscious, because I don't think it has to be a conscious decision. Obviously, I label it to let people know. The only one that's not quite the case for is the barbecues, because I use a Worcester sauce in the barbecues, but the Worcester sauce that I use is Henderson's Relish, which is vegan and gluten-free. And the reason for doing that is that they are an independent company. That's the strongest one for me, rather than using a massive global business wherever I can. I try and keep it independent. And secondly, because it just means the whole range is inclusive. So
Yeah.
it just makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Perfect sense, yeah.
But you're not vegan yourself, but you're
No,
vegetarian.
I was vegan on and off growing up, which was not much fun in the 80s, I can tell you that. Oh, man. And then I have eaten meat when I was travelling and stuff like that, but I've been veggie for years. Well, pesky.
Yeah.
Where's good to eat that's vegetarian in Birmingham?
Baja. Without a doubt. Those girls know what they're doing in the kitchen.
Yeah, we were saying this before. Like we're both meat eaters, like, but we love it. And
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
Baja's
absolutely
so
fantastic,
good.
isn't it? Really, really good. I mean, we are spoilt for choice because there are so many good Indian restaurants as well, and because of the diversity of the population in Birmingham, we've always had really, really good veggie options available to us. But in terms of something that would be easily accessible to your meat eating sort of person as well. Like you said, you can take a meat eater in there and they're not necessarily know the difference, are they? And I just think what they do it so well, and they do it creatively and fun, and they don't take themselves too seriously. So yeah, them.
Yeah, no, I've got to agree with that. I absolutely love them, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
Love
that.
bars. So.
I really want to get to land.
Yeah,
I'm
do
yet
you
to
know,
go
I
to Land. I've
need
heard
to go there
loads
as
of good
well.
things.
Yeah, I haven't got
So
round.
good.
Do you know what, guys? We need to organise some meals out, because there's a lot of places we haven't gone to, isn't there? Well, it'll be the Sados catching up with it, what everybody else is raving about.
It's nice that there's options there. Like, Carl's brother Richard was over from Cyprus for Christmas, and we were talking about what it was like there, and he was like, as a vegetarian, not so good.
Oh God, no, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
And he said, like, they went to a restaurant and they were like, do you have any vegetarian options? And they were like, yeah, chicken. He was like, no, not chicken. Chicken's not vegetarian.
Do you know what though? That seriously, in the 80s, that would be a common answer.
Oh, that's what my granny would have said. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you can eat this. It'd be grand.
It's like that episode of the Royal Family. Is it?
Yeah, I was just about to bring that
Wafer
up.
thin ham. Yeah.
Can't even have wafer thin ham. So people want to buy the sauce. How do they get their hands on it?
Easiest option right now is on the website www.pipshotsauce.co.uk. Or we're also open 7 days a week in the glorious Red Brick Market in Floodgate Street in Digbeth. You can't miss my little unit because it's got a giant focal wolf paste up. Me and my friend Heidi went and sprayed some chilies on the wall, and he took one look at it and said, "Is that a cry for help, Pip? Let me do a paste up, Bab." Our regular farmers markets, first Saturday of the month we're at King's Heath Farmers Market, and last Saturday of the month at Moseley Farmers Market. We should be doing the Edgbaston markets when they start up again, and various different things across Brum. But I'm not the best at social media, but I do try and remember to put things on there at least 24 hours before. Can't promise it though.
So just watch carefully.
Yeah. Set a notification.
I feel like the farmers markets where you kind of come into your own, like interacting with customers and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Matt's been doing a lot of them recently, actually, because I've got problems with my back and some health issues. But, well, when I say he's been doing them, he's been doing all the donkey work, setting them up, and then I pop down and go, "Hi! Oh, hi! I'm here to do the lovely bit. Oh, yeah, you like my sauce? Oh, tell me more about how you like my sauce."
Matt, get that box out of the
then, yeah. Oh, is it time to go? Matt, you pack up. I'll see you later. But, yeah, no, it's ace. I love it. I absolutely love it. Because it's like some of the events we've done. Oh gosh, yeah, I forgot. There's a Hockley Social Club. They've started a new market. They're doing the next one on the last Sunday in January. So that should be wicked. Because I did one just before Christmas there. So much fun. And got to eat Buddha belly as well. That's always good. And I want to try a cocktail from their new cocktail bar for tax reasons. That's what it's called, for tax reasons.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
So yeah, but it just they've been buzzing recently, and doing the market at Christmas. Hopefully, there's going to be some more this year at Attic Brew as well. And I think that picked up on a load of faces that I haven't seen since they stopped doing Sturchley Community Market. It was a lot of love in that room. A lot of love and a lot of beer.
What happened to the community market? Just
I think it was just because different volunteers running it and stuff. It was hard.
I feel like you've mentioned, I don't know, your partner or your husband.
Partner.
How big a part of Pips is he?
Oh God, yeah, no, we work together, but not in the same room.
Yeah, that's how I'd have to work with my partner.
He's full time as well, and
it's
and he's pretty much. I mean, he's been there all along. So, but then he had to go full time with me when it just got too much, and we have quite. I do all the cooking, all the sauce stuff, and the socials. Well, when I do the socials, and he does everything else. So that doesn't sound like a really even split, but it is. I'm honestly not sitting around looking at Facebook most of the time. No. It works really well. And I think that's because we're two rooms away from each other. No, it's really good. I don't know how we don't kill each other, because we just get on really well all the time. Considering the fact that we're either doing sauce stuff, thinking about sauce stuff, making sauce stuff, doing markets, or collapsed in a heap on the sofa. We say this all the time. It's like, how the fuck have we not killed each other? I mean, we have our moments like most people do, but most of the time, I think it's because we've known each other since we were 16. So, but we didn't go out with each other then, because we would have killed each other. So, yeah. And weed, that helps.
That's the cure for everything as well.
Yeah. So many relationships could be saved if people just got stoned.
Yeah.
That'll get cut. So yeah, follow you on social for all upcoming things. Do you ever, like this, just random question at the end, do you ever foresee a future where you've got like a production line and
I would absolutely love that, but I would need somebody else to come in and do the business thing, because like I said before, that's just it's just not in my capacity in any way, shape or form. I mean, I've tried looking at it, but I'm just not very good at it at all.
Do you think you'd still enjoy it though if it's at that point?
It depends on how you do things, though, isn't it? You know, you're not gonna, you know, there's different ways you can still be quite hands on. You don't necessarily have to set up. You know, it doesn't have to be like one of those awful programs that Greg bloke's on behind, you know, in the factory sort of thing, does it? It can still be kind of small scale and with real people doing real things that you're actually looking after as a good employer, and, you know, all being lovely. Just as long as I've got absolutely fuck all to do with the business side of it. No, genuinely, that's what I was talking about a bit earlier. It's not something that I'm comfortable with doing, and not something that I have any confidence in doing at all. So my thing is the creative, the source side. Yeah. And I know that now. So, and it is a bit of a stumbling block for me in a way, but at the same time, knowing that that's not an area I'm any good at is an advantage as well, rather than trying to do something that I'm bad at. God, I can waffle. So sorry.
No, it's good. It's good for podcasts to have someone who can talk.
There'll be no waffle at this bit. This is my quick questions at the end.
Oh. Do I have to answer quickly?
You don't have to answer quickly, but you'll know the answer to them.
Okay.
We always call them quick fire, but they're never quick fire.
Okay. No, they tend to it doesn't tend to work out though, but it can do. What's your favourite TV show?
Oh, fucking hell, I'm stuck already. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, God. I can't tell you one.
Pass.
Yeah. God, there's got to be something. Fuck's sake. I'm so sort of monged out that I'm just like flicking through bloody Netflix and never really watching anything from.
I do that. I sit there for ages
Weird
just watching clips of shit that I'm never going to watch.
Cannot get into and commit to a TV program, but can read books. I read book after book after book, and don't ask me what type of books I read because they're genuinely shit. But I will read loads of it, but cannot concentrate on a TV program for more than 5 seconds. How does that work? Anyway, there you go.
Okay. This one might be easier. I don't know. What's your favourite movie?
Lost Boys.
That's a good one.
One of my favourite.
It's on Liam's. We got a tick. There you go. You got a tick on that one, Liam. That's one of your choices.
They had it
although you got two choices, to be fair.
What was my second?
The Crow.
Oh yeah.
I've not seen that.
Never seen The Crow.
No,
it's Brandon Lee. Oh,
there are a lot of films I've not seen. I think I might have lived in a bubble or something for a while and not realised it.
What's your favourite band? Or music or DJ?
Blondie.
That's a good guess. I know that one. What's your favourite spirit?
Vodka.
Any particular vodka?
The Holy Ghost. No, a nice one, not shit like Absolute.
Yeah. What's your favourite big fast food chain?
Ooh. Would it be really bad if I said Greg's?
No, you can have Greg's.
I really like a veggie sausage roll.
Yeah, they're all right, aren't they?
Yeah.
I tried them. I was like, no, these taste
do you know what it
as bad
is?
as the
Do you know
normal
what
ones.
it is? I really, really, really like salt, and I just basically think it's salt in a stick, isn't it? So
basically.
Yeah.
What's your favourite takeaway?
Favourite takeaway? Oh, curry.
Yeah.
Big time. Oh, I'm from Birmingham. Of course it's fucking curry.
Do you use somewhere in King's Eve?
We used to, but there's this one that we've just discovered before Christmas in Harborne, and they deliver to us in King's Heath, and it's fucking awesome. It's South Indian, but it's not like Goan. Yeah. A little bit of it is, and they a takeaway delivery dosa that actually comes to you and still looks like a fucking dosa.
Yeah.
I haven't tried food like that since out of India. It's fucking bang on.
Oh man.
And is everything good in Harborne?
Harborne, we live so far away from
Do you know what?
Harborne,
when our house burnt down, the house that we went to live in for 6 months was right opposite fucking Waitrose in Harborne. Man, going for a pint of milk, come out 50 quid cheaper. But hey, look, I've got some black quinoa and some truffle oil.
What's your favourite dish that you cook at home?
Favourite dish that I cook at home? Well, that really depends on my mood. My favourite thing at the moment is urad dal. Loving the urad dal because it's just so warming. But I've been making that with I had a load of carrots in the fridge and I wanted to use them up, and I found a recipe for a Sri Lankan carrot curry with coconut milk and loads of whole spices in it, and you cook it down so the carrots are really sweet. That was good. That was good.
Sounds great, yeah.
That and sprouts sautéed with some black mass sauce on.
I've seen that. I'm going to try that.
Do it, man. Do it with some veggie bacon in and a couple of paraffas on the side. Nice.
What's your favourite, tea or coffee?
Coffee. Oh, no. Actually, that's bullshit. That's only because that's what I fancy right now. I drink the most ridiculous amount of tea. I drink so much tea. It's insane.
How many cups you go through a day?
I don't want to answer that question.
It must be a lot then.
Yeah.
I have a lot of tea in a day.
I have, obviously, it's got to be Yorkshire. I have the caffeinated and the decaffeinated because I have to switch after a certain time, else I'll won't get to sleep.
We get Yorkshire tea, but it's massive. Have you seen the massive?
Yeah. Go to Booker's, mate. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm Twinings. I like Twinings.
Oh, you posh knob.
That's what we all said.
Says that one. I get Twinings. I get the English breakfast, and since I've started having it, I just have to have it all the time now.
Yorkshire, man.
Closet Tory.
I used to be.
Yeah, definitely.
I used to be Yorkshire tea, and then tried English breakfast because Carl Pilkington was on about it. I remember listening to him on about it once on a podcast he was doing, Ricky Gervais. I'm going to try this too.
I think you're sneaking off my favourites list now.
You can buy it in Spa. It can't be that bad. What's your favourite food destination in the world?
That I've been to or would like to go to?
That you've been to.
Actually, Australia. And I'll tell you why. Because they have got, obviously, there isn't really an Australian cuisine. They've got the migrant population over various different generations has come from all the different places in the world with really good types of food that I really, really like. So there's a melting pot in places like Sydney and Melbourne of all of those different really fresh, really beautiful, really spicy, sweet, sour, zingy, yummy, exciting foods. So definitely Australia. Random, I know, but...
Where is it you want to eat the most in the world then? That you
Australia.
haven't been? No, that you haven't been.
I would love to go to Mexico, obviously.
That's us.
That was simple.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for coming on, really. Thanks for the sauces.
Yeah, buy more Pips Hot Sauce.